Welcome to Weird Times with Thayer. I'm Thayer. This is the show the New York Times called Not Good, but let's let it ride, huh? All right, let's start off with some news to me. FBI Director James Comey sent a letter to Congress reopening his investigation into Hillary's emails. "We could have been using letters this whole time," said Hillary. She later added, "Please like me." Oh. She still would have managed to mess that up, I'm sure. People forget in the 90s she was under investigation for using her private carrier pigeon. It was the 1890s. She's old. That sucked. All right, well, FBI discovered the additional emails during an ongoing investigation into Anthony Weiner. That's right, I said Anthony Weiner. That spinny thing was my penis. So, let's just get this over with. Wiener leaks. Wiener's second coming. Wiener's pickle. And pop goes the wiener. Pew! We get it. This guy's dick is ruining politics. But I got a question for this guy. Is your pee-pee located on your butthole? Because you're just creating a lot of doo-doo for a lot of people. Wiener roasted. Unfortunately, Comey still had to send a letter to Congress. I mean, this guy's the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. More like Flubbed Bureau of Investigation. Sorry, I could only think of one word to replace. Oh. Comey needs to be clear about what's happening in this case, okay? I mean, at least credit to Weiner. When he sends a message, you know what you're getting. Shaft. We're just going to have to wait and see how this plays out. But I think we got a clip we can all get behind. Let her rip. Oh yeah, that's sax. Kylie Jenner and Tyga threw an epic Halloween party this past weekend. I don't know who they are, but I've been told they're popular. Now, they used the party as an opportunity to give money to children in poverty, which was great. Actually, I'm kidding. They're terrible people and would never do that. But actually, I was invited, which is fantastic, but I couldn't go because, what was it now? I don't like them. Yeah, that was it. But I think we got a clip from the party. Phone sax. You love it. A little bit of sad news here. The author of Tuck Everlasting has died. So. Finally! Yeah! Oh! Just fucking. Rest in pizza. Non-profits have agreed to help the Boston Globe pay the salary of their classical music critic. Because if there's one thing that's been hampering the popularity of classical music, it's the lack of esoteric critique from an out-of-touch snob. But seriously, could that headline be any whiter? Believe it or not, it was not the whitest one from the week. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the whitest headlines of the week.
White people are so white.
Coming in at number 5, a country club member has never skied at Vail.
That guy definitely has erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, those are white things. Number 4, LL Bean holds a squash tournament for local boarding school.
Some white people live in cold areas.
That's a lot of white things in one, actually. Number 3, Whole Foods shoppers argue if Ira Glass has a cold or just sounds like that.
I'm out of material and I'm listing stuff my mom does. White people.
Number 2, a yacht owner totally gets New Yorker cartoon. Yeah, good luck.
The New Yorker is accessible to everyone.
Coming in at number 1, the whitest headline of the week. A tennis player accidentally does a golf swing.
That's not a tennis court, idiot. White people.
White people, what won't they do? Let's get to the final bit here. The Chicago Cubs have won the World Series for the first time in 108 years, or the length of one baseball game. Yeah, well, baseball is long. 3 thumbs down. But this is truly America's team because they stole the game from the Indians. You guys remember that? 1890s? Still not good. It wasn't all bad for Indians fans in attendance. They received parting gifts of blankets and maize. Oh. Do you see what I'm doing here? All right, let's just continue it with smallpox is back. Uh-oh, spadoodios. That's it, news to me. Coming up after this, we got a electoral voting booth in the studio to talk to us about rigged elections. Stay tuned. This is a wrap.
Gross.
There's been a lot of discussion over rigged elections, and to take a closer look, we've invited in someone who knows a thing or two about them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Voting Booth. Thank you, Jaquil. Just set him down right there. All right, hey, look.
Gotta get him mic'd up
Oh,
real
sure,
quick.
yeah, sure, good. Thanks, Jaquil.
Micah.
No, just no touching the talent. Okay. Well, that's great. It's great to have you here. You look great. I mean, let's get right to it. How do you feel about this rigged election talk?
Well, factually, our election system is so dispersed, it's actually very difficult to rig it. And you know what? I'm a little personally hurt by that. You know, I take my job incredibly seriously.
Sure, but surely some elections can be rigged, like my middle school presidential election.
I don't think that was rigged there.
Well, I mean, I lost, though. I mean, that was a scandal.
Well, your campaign slogan was,
Wiener! Yeah, well, that's up in the air, I suppose. Let's get down to some business here. Rudy Giuliani recently said that dead people vote for Democrats. Is that something you've seen?
well, sure, this has happened in the past, not very recently, but Republicans who vote tend to be dead inside, right? Hey, that feels strange. You know, not to mention those Republicans been getting a little handsy with me, always grabbing onto my box and just trying to jam things in there like I belong to them. I tell you, there's no respect for a voting booth these days.
Jeez, sounds like my Friday night.
Well, please don't.
Well, I hear that. Republicans are gross, that's for sure. But I've voted Democrat my whole life, so I can't be grouped in with them, you know?
Thayer, I don't like it when you lie.
Me neither. No liars here. Everything's cool.
Tell the truth, Thayer.
Okay, I'll admit it. I voted for Nader. Yeah, Ralph Nader. I ruined it for everyone, you know? The irony is I wanted someone who cared about the environment, and there was Gore right in front of me. So I was wrong, I'm stupid, and I hope everyone who also voted for Nader feels just as stupid.
Thayer, you voted for Bush.
No, this is rigged. This is rigged. Let's go to commercial. This is rigged. This guy's rigged. This is rigged. Please, Jaquil, get this.
Just
Get,
the mic.
no, Jaquil. Just, no. Get him out. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Good evening, y'all. Good evening. We're gonna play a little game tonight. It's called Music or Me. The music plays and I sing along and you decide if it's an instrument or me singing. Here we go. Alright, so that was John Coltrane playing the saxophone. Let's give it another go, shall we? That was also John Coltrane playing the saxophone. Very confusing, I know. This is definitely the saxophone and not someone singing. That was John Coltrane as well. So this was all John Coltrane. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. We'll catch you on the other side.